argue that these shifts like realistically represent the types of distribution changes that will occur in realistic quantum key distribution labeled 6G environments.
We can't claim that it's going to be like 100% same in the real world environment, because when we go to real world environment, there will be many different things and many different adversaries to account for, which we don't have. So it was only a feasibility study, so it was very constrained and limited. But it will still draw some baseline to follow around for future works for a shifted parameters regime. Also, the parameters regime was literature constrained, so all the variables we took were from 3GPP and 3TSI. So the variables, for example, let's say the value for latency, let's say for 6G is from 1 millisecond to 5 milliseconds. So 1 millisecond to 5 milliseconds, we took that pool. So when we did the regimes from mild to strong, we started, the soft regime might be 1 millisecond, then the regime changed to 2.5 and then to 5. So it was those changes of regime were still in this standard pool, which was gotten from the 6G standard. So I think it will still be very much not 100% similar, but it will create a very good baseline.
Okay. So this study stays as a feasibility study.
Yes. But we think it's in the somewhat right direction, because we wrote an article about it and we submitted it to Swedish National Networking Computation Conference, and our article got accepted. So I think we are in somewhat right direction. We'll see when we go to present there and see what will happen from there.
Yeah, no, I think I'm done. That was my last question. So since you're using synthetic data, if you're writing the data to train the model, if you're telling it what's wrong and right, is it going to be the same when you use it for real world? But you said it's not feasible. So it's like a baseline. I mean, because the synthetic data created, you telling the model you're training what's wrong and right, or when to predict high risks or low risks. So is it going to be the same with the real world when you compare your synthetic data? But you said it's not feasible.
No, it's not going to be the same. Plus, when we were training the data, we didn't give the output variables like high risk index. We didn't give it as an input, so it was not completely learning the patterns. It was evaluating. But in the real world, of course, as we said from the start, it will be. Our study and our data is limited. Real world will have very different variables, very different scenarios. That still needs to be seen. Also, because we remove a lot of the physical parts of the QKD. For example, QKD have a lot of variables regarding what's the angle of arrival of pencil rays and how much is the device should be in this nanocentimeters to receive the signal. What's the heart rates of the signal? So it's still very, very limited. So the real world will have a very big impact. But that is still we can build the base on testing on open source softwares, like we said, like TerraFlow SDN. We didn't have enough time, but we plan to test it on TerraFlow SDN and include those variables to see where it goes.
And also, we also try to before from the beginning, because we are not planning to use 100% synthetic data. So we were planning to use at least 30% of synthetic, maybe 70% of real world data. But when we tried with open 5GS model. So we tried to use their test bed. But while we were testing that, we discovered they have some bugs in their system since 2024. So and they haven't fixed it yet. So we tried. So the communication between the EU SIMRAN and our GDP or something like that. So they cannot connect with each other. Although they are working, but they can't connect with each other. So that's why we just like, instead of stressing on this, we spent more than 2 months on this already, trying to fix things. It's like sending message to their office, something like that. We couldn't get like proper response. So we just like, okay, we just try to simulate everything. We make it like 100% synthetic data.
Okay. That's all for me.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It was a long discussion, but it's good because you took a lot, some of my questions, so it's
Nice.
make my work a little bit easier now. Thank you for an excellent work. I was thinking about, are you going to do something more? But you already said that you have submitted it for
Yes.
a conference, and it has been accepted.
Yes,
Ah,
it's accepted in Uppsala. Now we also applied to Calibra as well.
In Italy,
So we are waiting for
so
the
we'll
response.
see how.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
that one is like it's IEEE.
Yeah.
So we're waiting for the
Yeah.
response.
Good luck. But I have one. It might be an error. Just look in the slide where you present RQ4.
RQ4.
You have the timing there. Just
This one.
yeah, exactly. It says a 55-second early warning is useless.
If it triggers 80% of force out.
Yeah, exactly. But then it says X boost sacrifice
Yeah,
35 seconds.
Yeah.
But when you read,
It's 20 seconds there. So we try to do 55 because it's the trade-off. So 55 minus this, it gives us 35 seconds.
but then XG boost is faster, or
Yeah, no, this one, if we look at the prediction, this one was like, the prediction was okay, let's say 55 seconds, is 6G, is like a lot. But the problem there is like, most of them are false alarm. But this one is closer to the attack, which is 20 seconds. But in 6G, the speed of 6G, the latency is like nearly zero.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
the
yeah,
latency,
yeah.
so 20 seconds for 6G is more than enough to detect an
Sure.
attack, like to do
yeah,
something.
yeah, no, that's not the
For
problem. The
orchestration.
problem is the final sentence. XG will sacrifice 35 seconds.
Seconds.
So
Yes,
it
it's
means
sacrificing.
What do you
it
mean with
means
sacrifice? Like
it
20
means
faster.
we meant by
We
that that
55
logistic regression had given us the warning 55 seconds before
early
the
before the attack.
So
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, no,
but,
no,
Because
but
it's every
XG
one.
boost gave us only 20 seconds before.
Before
But
the
XG boost had 1.9% false alarm rate.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, but then I got it because when I
Yeah, so we were
Yeah.
minusing from there.
Yeah, we
yeah,
minus
exactly,
it.
because I think
It's just
that
like
it
their
took
trade-off.
55 seconds from the event until you get an alarm.
Yes.
Yeah, but then it takes 20 seconds, and I say, well, that seems strange because that is smaller. But
Yeah.
then I understand that, like, you have like you want to predict a warning,
Yeah.
Mm.
and then the event happens later.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, but then it's perfectly fine. It's just that my misunderstanding.
Oh.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, lead time. Yeah. Probably missed that one, but good. But go to, you have synthetic data, and that is, I mean, of course you need synthetic data because
6G.
you don't have QKD, we don't have 6G either.
Yes.
So,
No,
it's-
Yeah.
so what should we do? Well, you can solve it if you invent a time machine. And then go to the future.
So that means we need to wait till maybe almost 2040 or something.
Yeah.
No, earlier.
That's
should be
660,
more-
like 2030.
Yeah, 6G
Yeah,
will
but
be like that.
I don't know
but
if we have the
to be
QKD
to be
up
fully
and running
done.
then.
Yeah.
So now, of course, you will have synthetic data, and that is not the problem. But I have some question regarding the formula for generating the synthetic data. And it is related to the correlation as well. So what is the, I mean, you explained that the B stands for the baseline, but how do you get the value?
For baseline?
Yeah,
Yeah.
is it from
So,
the literature?
it's from the literature. It's a literature constraint baseline. So
Okay.
we use all the values that the variables that we get from there, then we check on based on their values and.
Okay, so you have some previous literature that the B
Yes.
is this value here,
Yes.
and the same is for A, G.
Yes.
And then we have the noise, which is not
Stochastic
strange.
noise.
But then the C,
Yeah, it's a coupling effect. to show like each variable. Let's say let's say maybe they perform like okay. Let them use let's say there is an attack.
Yeah.
The DDoS attack to QKD itself.
Yeah.
So by doing that, so let's say the attack just because we know that QKD there will be no eavesdropping or anything. QKD will keep discarding the key. So but the speed of the way you discard the key is faster than the speed it used to generate another one.
Okay. Yeah.
So by doing that, key depletion will occur, which means that the key pool will empty. So when the key pool empty, then the key refresh delay it will rise up. So that means the latency of refresh delay.
Exactly.
So yeah, those kind of
it's like a mimicking some sort of
yes.
correlation. between-
So that's why we have a coupling effect, so that each variable will have an impact on each other.
Okay. Yeah. And how do you select that one? Is it also by literature or is it?
Yes.
Yeah. Because it's not obvious when I read it, the paper, what that one means, where you actually got that one from. Because if you go back to when you present the different variables in telemetry.
This one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because it's obvious. For instance, if latency increase, probably jitter will increase as well.
Yes.
So we need some sort of correlation or
Yeah.
coupling effect there. So it's obvious that is needed just to verify. Good. And then I'm a little bit confused about in the paper talk about the episode.
Yes.
So what is an episode? Is it for instance like an
Episode.
Yeah.
Episode is like when an attack happens.
for instance a DDoS attack?
DDoS
Yeah,
attack.
yeah.
And that's how, as I explained, like that's how the whole episode, that's the whole formation of whole episode.
Exactly. So,
So we have the baseline, and then we have the values. As I said before, let's say if it's a latency from 1 to 2, then it has baseline. Then with the episode intensity, the value will increase to pre-escalation, then escalation, then mitigation, and
Exactly.
So each episode is a different. We have episode for campaign reconnaissance, which are very low, and then we have episodes for DDoS burst, and so on. So we have different scenarios, different episodes. We have around 8 different episodes.
Yeah. So in the report.
Yeah.
So and what is the time in each one? Is it seconds or?
It's in seconds.
Yeah.
It's we did it around 5 seconds.
5 seconds for each step.
For each episode.
So each episode is 5 seconds long.
Yes.
And does each episode follow each 5 phases, or is it?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Just some. And then during each phase, you let where you are in the phase, that will also impact the telemetry.
The other telemetry.
Yeah, exactly. The
Yeah,
telemetries
yeah,
that you. And how do you get those episodes? Are they from you, or do you find them in some literature, or?
What do you mean?
No.
I mean the episode, the description of the episode, how the telemetry should change during the episode. Are they managed by you, or have you found them somewhere else?
We found one paper from Trevor, I guess. I don't remember exactly. That's where they talked about like how the correlation is in some variables. So we took that as a base that okay, if the episode is generated and if it's changing, how it will affect the other variables. That's how we generated the episode.
Yeah.
And we also use this textbook to simulation analysis or something. And time
So we
series.
didn't only read the articles for creating that formula. We read it in a book for time series analysis.
That's what you have it very.
Yeah.
And then
time
the
series analysis and
something like that.
what was the other one?
Simulation something.
Simulation.
Simulation forecasting something.
Forecasting.
Yeah, I saw the restaurant list. It's way more than it's normally expected for bachelor thesis, so it's impressive. So no, it's interesting work, and of course, as you said, it's a feasibility study. So, do you have any idea on how to get not 6G values, of course, but can you find similar work with 5G that can be used? Not for QDC, but
for 5G.
Yeah.
We could
Yeah,
find it,
we
of course,
tried
because
before,
5G is
from
in the
beginning,
play.
we tried.
Yeah.
Without QKD.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but we were more interested into like how the work in future will look like, so we didn't actually focus on 5G.
No.
But I think there will be few changes, then we can present it as a 5G as well, because the values for 6G, we use the values for 6G, which are much lower compared to 5G.
Yeah.
But if we just change those values, that would be pretty much similar to 5G.
Yeah, and I also think that some of the values, for instance, the coupling effect and so on,
Yeah.
they might be similar, even though that might be like.
That's what I wanted to say too, because difference between 5G and 6G will not be enough. I mean, it will not be a lot, because it's just their latency. But that's what I think, because most of the things that 5G are doing, 6G will also do it. But it might just be like with the advanced time, like a lot of change, like little bit difference between them.
No, yeah.
So that means like QKD is supposed to work on 5G too.
Yeah. If they will.
If there is
If there's some interest.
Yeah.
Yeah. QKD is interesting, but.
It's in implementation right now, but it's very limited on that test, and plus it's used by militaries right now to communicate with satellites and stuff. So it's not in the commercial, but we still think that with the phenomena of like harvest now and decrypting later, that is becoming very important. So I think in future QKD might come into place, or like because what I have evaluated that even if we have PQC, eventually in next 10 years it will be broken by quantum computers.
PQC. Yeah.
PQC.
PQC.
Post-quantum cryptography.
Will probably not be broken by.
But
If the math changes, I think if
And
the
with
math
the help
changes,
of
if there are
AI
new
too.
advancement in the math, I frame
Don't go in that direction, please.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Then you know more better than
Yeah,
I.
I mean, in cryptography, I think I can.
Oh.
No, I think that those post-quantum cryptography that they propose now, I think that they will withstand crypto computers.
Okay.
But they have other weaknesses that makes them maybe unsuitable. The main issue that we might be able to break with a conventional computer.
Well, what I think it be like for PQC and QKD, I think both of them should be like hybrid cryptography.
Yeah, definitely.
Because although quantum computer cannot break AES for now, AES 256, it cannot break it for now.
No.
But maybe in future it will break it. So instead of doing that, they can just use hybrid network, like hybrid security with QKD and post-quantum cryptography.
Yeah, we need things similar to we have multi-factor authentication, so we need something similar for cryptography as well to mix different techniques.
One of the biggest vulnerabilities we have come up was that like even if you in future they use QKD, we will still need post-quantum cryptography because what if attacker starts attacking the QKD not for the means of breaking it, but just to make the resource exhaustion. When resources are exhausted, it will fall back to the classical network. So that is biggest vulnerability.
I think we'll have a mix, and also I don't think also that QKD
is also fragile.
for us to have a quantum computer in our phones might be
a lot.
And
it's also expensive
need some
too.
key mechanism to transfer it.
It's very expensive.
Yeah. But thank you for your presentation, and you have a very nice. Are there any questions in the audience? Otherwise,
Oh yes, sure. Anybody have any question?
No.
No.
So then we'll take a break until 2 o'clock, and then the next.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Right, thank you. Thank you very much.